Police are hunting for the parents of fugitive financier Low Jho as they dig deeper into the 1MDB fiasco that has ensnared Hollywood stars and institutions, including investment banking giant Goldman Sachs. The authorities are calling for information on Tan Sri Low Hock Beng, co-founder of Singapore-listed Franken Group, and his wife Evelyn Goh Gek Wee, to whom Low had gifted matching diamond ring and earrings worth $1.69 million, which he paid for with money from the 2013 1MDB bond issues. Police are also searching for Low's mysterious associate, Eric Tan Kim Loong, who's also wanted in Singapore. Also sought, Singaporean fashion designer Shabnam Naraindas Daswani, who also goes by Natasha Mipuri. Police are seeking the four for money laundering. Low and his father have been charged in absentia in Putrajaya in relation to the misappropriation of funds from 1MDB. The junior Low also faces multiple criminal charges in the US. MRCB George Kent has inked a fixed-price contract with Prasarana Malaysia for the proposed LRT3 project. MRCB and George Kent Malaysia announced this in separate statements to Bursa Malaysia today. Last October, MRCB George Kent had said it was notified by the government that the LRT3 project will continue. However, the implementation concept was to be remodelled from a project delivery partner regime to a fixed-price contract. The project would also continue at a lower price of 16.6 billion ringgit, almost half or 47% of the earlier estimated cost of 31.45 billion ringgit. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng had in July blamed the spiralling cost of the project on Prasarana Malaysia's poor management. He then demanded a drastic cost reduction to make the project feasible and cost-effective. The original estimate when the project was launched by ex-PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak in 2015 was 9 billion ringgit. The track will link Bandar Utama in Damansara to Johan Setia Klang and is expected to serve some 74,000 commuters daily. Communications and Multimedia Regulator MCMC says it has nothing to do with the high-speed broadband project launched by Xiddig Cellular Communications. MCMC says the EMIIG project, which involves the installation of optical fibre of 150 terabytes, is a commercial endeavour. While Xiddig does hold a licence under the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, MCMC says this is not equivalent to an endorsement by the regulator. It advises any party intending to collaborate with any licensee under the Act to conduct its own due diligence. Last week, Mesiniaga said it had received a letter of award for a 1.9 billion ringgit contract from Xiddig in relation to this project. Xiddig found itself in the spotlight for the wrong reasons this week, after a speech attributed to Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail was read out at the launch of the 5.45 billion ringgit project. However, Wan Azizah's office has denied ever approving the speech text or authorising anyone to read it on her behalf at the event. Maybank is closing its equities research business in Hong Kong and China as it focuses on its core ASEAN operations. Its investment banking arm, Maybank Kim Eng, is restructuring its institutional brokerage business. As a result, 13 Hong Kong-based employees will be retrenched. It will, however, continue to offer institutional execution and trading services in Hong Kong and China. In a statement, Maybank Kim Eng said it is assisting affected personnel. It will continue to provide its ASEAN research, corporate access, trading and execution services to global clients. It adds that institutional brokerage will remain a key business line for Maybank Kim Eng and an essential component of its positioning as ASEAN's capital market intermediary. Maybank Kim Eng operates in 11 markets, including Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam and the United States. The Huang family, which holds a collective 30.91% stake in Penang-based retail firm Sui Wah Corp, is looking to take the company private at RM2.80 per share. The privatisation will be done through a selective capital reduction and 110 million ringgit capital repayment exercise. It will be funded by internally generated funds and financing facilities. Suiwa's shares closed at RM2.18 before trading was suspended, pending the release of today's announcement. This means the RM2.80 cash amount represents a premium of 28.4% over the share's last closing price. Suiwa's major shareholder, Suiwa Holdings, points out its shares have been thinly traded for the past 2 years. Plus, it says Suiwa's listing status brings minimal benefit to the group as well as its shareholders. The offer will remain open for the board's acceptance until February 11, 2019.